Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Hello again, Saint Lucia, and welcome to the program Agriculture on the Move. My name is Philip Sidney. Today in studio with me are three hardworking women. They are from various communities in Saint Lucia, but they represent the Saint Lucia network of rural women producers. I will allow them to introduce themselves because there are so many things, as you could see here, before us that they are engaged in the various communities. So I'll start off with my lady to my right.
My name is Robin Darrell. I'm the secretary for the Babono cluster.
My name is Avelina Augustine, president of the Mikud cluster.
My name is Noella Alexander, secretary to Anskawet Crafters in Abri.
Well, ladies, welcome again to the program.
Thank you.
I know you'll have taken time off your busy schedule to be here. I know you all should be out, you know, in your various communities preparing for your marketing of your stuff. So thank you for being here, and of course to let Saint Lucia know what you all are doing in your various communities. So Darrell, I'll start with you because I know you are the president of the Umbrellas Association. However, I want you to tell me about Babono. You know, when did Babono start? How did they start, and how they came together?
The Babono group started out in 2003. That's when the groups formed that umbrella.
Okay. About you?
Well, just as Babono, we started about the same time, but it wasn't anything formal.
Okay.
Thereafter, maybe 2010, when, well, of course, the umbrella body was registered, then we were also registered under, and from then we've been processing. Yeah, and meeting as a group regularly.
All right. What's about Anskawet?
Anskawet Crafters started in 1998 with two women, two crafters who decided that they wanted to teach craft to the young people. So they started this small group where they had young people and they were going to schools to teach craft as well. And it grew with the help of SSDF and BNTF. They were able to, you know, to strengthen the group and keep teaching craft. And now there is this craft center in Labrie, where we have a shop at Papel Craft Center.
Okay.
That is where we do our display our produce.
For marketing and
For marketing, yes.
Very good, very good. There's one cluster missing, and that is Cannabelle in Canneries. Tell us about Canneries.
Canneries is the soap makers. They make all different kinds of soaps out of the local ingredients that we can find here. They do milk, they do neem, all different kinds of soaps. Yes, that's
I know that. They've been around for a little while.
For a little while now, yes. Cannabelle has been around for a little while now.
Okay. Now, the network, the Saint Lucia Rural Women Network, how did that come about? Because, I mean, you are individual groups in your various locale. How did that network come together?
That network came together in, well, 8 years after all the groups were formed. Under ICA, the group came together. We were registered as a non-profit organization in the Ministry of Transformation, and then the group became incorporated in 2014. Okay. So ICA basically brought the groups together.
Yeah, because ICA as an organization is helping to empower women in
rural communities.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Now, what's your main objectives? And I'm sure you all have, you know, I mean, the reason why you all came together. Tell Saint Lucia, why did you all come together? Why ICA was able to bring, in addition to empowering you all?
It's just to empower women. That's what it is, to be able to better the livelihoods of women, be able to, for the women to make certain decisions as to advocate for certain policies and to better the livelihoods of the women.
So, but in what way? I mean, you're doing certain things. I mean, were they able to bring in training to you, knowing what you're doing? So how are they able to, you know, get you to the level where they are today?
The different forms of training, in agro-processing, marketing,
cultural exchange,
food, yes, cultural exchange,
networking,
and networking as well.
Great.
And promotion of the rural, both the regional and the international trade. For
Okay, so you are also attached to an international organization?
Yes, CANRUP.
CANRUP.
What Caribbean is a Caribbean network of rural women.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
And they have the same objective as
yes,
the network
to empower women.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, right now the president of CANRUP is Mrs. Nurse from Saint Lucia.
All right. Okay. But have you all traveled, you know, overseas to exhibit what you all produce here in Saint Lucia? No.
Our staff have gone overseas, but they're not maybe individual members.
Okay.
Well,
all at
there's
one
been
time.
training overseas.
All right.
We've gone to training in different places and even to some shows as well. I haven't gone personally to the shows, but I have gone to the training. I went to do training in Guyana through ICA as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And at Caribbean Week of Agriculture, our producer always
So you also produce?
Yes.
Yeah, and some people do go, you know, but none of us here have gone to
gone.
this Caribbean Week.
All right.
Yeah, but I have been to Trinidad where I did some training on packaging. So I was able to come back to the group and talk about, and some of us have really up our packaging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me get down into the nitty-gritty. Let's look at Babuno. What are you all specialized in terms of what you all produce? Where do you all get your raw material from?
Well, Babuno, the group consists of agro-processors and farmers. So we mainly buy our products from our farmers. And our products, we do the flour, the gluten-free flour. We have plantain, banana, macambu, sweet potato, breadfruit. We also do dried fruits for fruit cakes. We do relishes and chutneys, like out of tamarind, the tomato. We do a mango chutney, a banana chutney. And other than that, we have 9 flavors of rum fudge that we manufacture.
9 flavors of rum fudges?
Yes.
Wow. So you all get the raw material from the area itself?
From the area itself, from the farmers within our group.
Wow.
We get our raw materials.
And is it constant? You're getting it all the time?
Yeah, we can get a constant price, and I mean, it depends on the seasonal, but whatever that is seasonal, we work with.
Very good, very good. In terms of getting the produce produced, where it's manufactured, is it done individually or is it done collectively?
Well, for now, we don't have a place to process. As you know, we used to be at the agro-processing plant at Farsaw.
Right.
But you know the changes that have taken place there. So now we are waiting a place to process. So now we would process at each other's members' home. We come together, or we use the primary school to do processing whenever there is an exhibition coming up or any project that is coming up.
Yeah, but I was told that you all will be getting a place down at Farsaw. I was told
Yes,
that
but
they will be building something for you.
Yes,
all.
they are building, but it's taking some time. It's taking a little time.
Right.
Yes.
Right, okay. Let me tell us about
Miku.
About Miku. What it is that you all produce at Miku?
Okay, for Miku, they do, well, like Babuno, we have farmers. We have at least 10 farmers in the group. Most of the farmers are also doing agro-processing. They process the same fruits or the products. We have juices, ice cream. We have a member doing the local ice cream. We have bay leaf powder. We have craft. We have, well, our newest product is our chocolate. Well, for the group itself, the group is involved in the chocolate making. They would be involved in juice and mixed chips. But individual members now do their confectionery, their farming, that's their personal stuff.
Okay.
So you could get a number of things from these persons, you know, the guava cheese, the tamarind balls, the jams, the jellies, the usual thing.
Okay.
But also local punch from the local vegetable, the breadfruit, and
Okay.
The pumpkin.
Very
and
good,
so,
very good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take our first break. We are due for our first break. You're watching Agriculture on the Move. Stay tuned.
Everyone is at risk for getting a foodborne illness. While most foodborne illness cases are mild and go unreported, long-term health complications and even death can occur from a foodborne illness. Foodborne illnesses are caused by contamination of food at any stage of preparation. If you are a food handler involved in home-based food production, meat, fish, chicken, or a big shop, as a food vendor, how you prepare food can put your customers at risk. Do you know the risks and how to avoid them? The Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards can help you.
For more information, contact the Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards at 456-0546 or email slbs@candw.lc or visit the website at www.slbs.org.lc. Saint Lucia Bureau of Standards, making quality and standards our way of life.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. Miku, I'm very impressed with you all too because I'm hearing so much and I'm very proud of the your Miku chocolate.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Okay, it was through Ika, of course, the mother.
The mother, supervisor.
No, not at all. Through Ika, we got training through Ika with our counterparts in Trinidad. And the young lady, excuse me, came down. She trained 6 members into chocolate making. That was late last year, September, October. And from then we've started with our chocolate initiative. It looks very promising. We have 60%, 70 and 80% chocolate, dark chocolate. We purchased the cocoa from the Mikud area. That's why the chocolate is named the Mikud. Because if we go out of Mikud, the taste of the cocoa would vary. So the chocolate, the taste would vary. So we decide that we're going to use within the Mikud belt, so it have that same
everything indigenous to Mikud.
Yes, yes, yes. Right. Soon we're coming out with another chocolate product. It would be for the teas. So that should be out very soon.
But you're taking, you'll have a place in Angers, right? That's where you'll operate?
Hopefully, yes.
It's not established yet?
It is established, but then it's not handed over. We're still going through the nitty-gritties of the process with the ministry.
Okay, but you'll have equipment there and everything?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
some equipment.
All right,
yes.
okay, great.
Yes.
So, but there's also the cocoa fermentary just adjacent to you, all right? So that's it's a plus again, eh?
Oh yes, oh yes.
So, but they have not started yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Great, great. Raboui, tell us something about Anskawet.
Anskawet crafters. Recently, last year, 3 members of Anskawet crafters, with the help of SSDF, we got CVQ certification, because we've been doing craft forever, but there was nothing to show that we were doing. We needed to start teaching, so SSDF facilitated the process of our assessments, and we became certified in seed jewelry, using local seeds to make our jewelry, and in arts and craft.
Okay.
So the 3 of us have the certification, level 2 seed jewelry and level 1 arts and craft.
Okay.
And from there we started teaching. We did a workshop teaching. We taught 5 crafts at that workshop. We did soap making, tie-dye, basketry, sewing, and jewelry. And from that jewelry class, we did CVQ. We had the ladies did their assessment from the jewelry class, and 13 of them got their CVQ qualifications as well from our classes.
Great, great.
And since then, we've done another set of classes with the Roving Caregivers program in Vieux-Fort. We taught them to do jewelry as well, and they have started producing and marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also work with school children. We had children from the PI secondary school, and we were teaching crafts. We taught them jewelry and basketry, and after the classes ended, some of them decided they want to continue, so they're now learning crochet. So I work at the craft center, so I've extended the invitation to all of them, whoever wants to learn something. Since I work Monday to Friday, they are free to come so they can get whatever help they need.
Where do you get your raw material from? I know you all do baskets and stuff like this. Do you all go into the forest to get what you call your lien to do?
That one is a little difficult. So what we do, we mostly use rattan, imported rattan,
Wow.
for the basketry, because it's difficult to get the lien. Although we use other things, like right now the new thing is paper.
Yes.
Using paper to do the same basketry. That is one of the things we have started, but we have none of it right here now. So we are looking at using other fibers, because it's a little difficult. You have to get, duty-free concessions and everything to be able to get the rattan from Barbados. But otherwise, for our jewelry, we use anything we can get.
It's local.
We use the local seeds. We pick up pieces of glass on the beach, the sea glass that the sea has smoothed. We use all of these things. We use whatever else we can get to make some craft out of it.
Great. What's about the people in Schwaze? You all work alongside them?
Not really. Choiseul people have their own organization.
Okay.
Labri, we do our thing ourselves. It's authentic. Labri, yes, Labri craft.
Laboui.
Yes.
So, Daryl, tell me something about the problems. I'm sure you'll have constraints as far as the umbrella group is concerned, right? But tell me the constraints with Babono cluster first, and then tell me about constraints with the umbrella group.
With the Babono cluster is a place for us to process. That is our constraint here. Our main constraint right now is a place to process.
Okay. That's going to soon, man.
We have well, we are all looking forward to that day, to having our place to process. We have all our equipment, we have everything. All we need is just a place to process. And for Slan Wrap, I would say a HACCP certified place, land ownership for some of our farmers, all are part of our constraints. Miku is still awaiting the Alger facility in order for them to start the processing. Cannabel, I think the constraint is marketing. They have a place to process, so they are okay, but it's just a marketing issue for Cannabel right now.
The peers had a little session with processors around the island on Friday, and the whole idea was to find out exactly what problems you all have, where you're at now, and then where you're hoping to be. You attended that meeting?
Unfortunately, no, but my president related what happened at that meeting to me. Yes, and I know
but I think it was a very good meeting, because I think the ministry needs to know, because there are a number of persons out there, apart from the group that you all have formed, but there are other persons out there who are doing a lot of stuff.
We have quite a lot of products. It's amazing when there's an exhibition to see so many products being done here in Saint Lucia, but part of it is access to financing, a place to process, we had so much problems, other little problems that we are having, in trying to get our products.
So funding is one of the main, because that came up at the meeting, funding,
packaging, all that is a major constraint.
Where you get packaging material from?
Well, for Barbados, we get it locally here. The fudge boxes have been done here locally by the Star. The Miku packaging is being done, printed here in Saint Lucia. The label.
The labels for your Miku chocolate and stuff like this.
It's printed here. And her labels also is being done here, printed here locally. But under ICA we had gotten a funding project, revolving fund project, where we were able to change our labels and bring it up to standard. They funded that. So that's now we could see we have all that nice different
Okay, good. Well, that points. So we're going to our second break. Stay tuned.
What's in the food you're eating? Do you really even know? All the chemicals and hormones used to accelerate their growth. All the artificial flavoring, sweeteners and colors too. We consume and we don't spare a thought for the damage that they'll do. No, think about the children. Think about the children. How will we save them? Chemicals and GMOs are not the solution. Use organic and join revolution. Excessive agrochemical use, additives and genetically modified foods are harmful to health and the environment. Join the good food revolution. Grow, buy and consume organic. A message from Rise Saint Lucia and the Ministry of Sustainable Development with funding from the GEF Small Grants Program, UNDP. The Good Food Revolution.
Go.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. We're talking about constraints, and I'm sure there are a list of constraints, and I don't think we'll be able to exhaust all of it. But in terms of your bottles and your other packaging material, do you have a problem in getting them on a constant basis?
Yes, we were getting it through the Ministry of Agriculture, but there's been some challenges. But however, we're sorting it out because we have a person which will be working soon with that will be able to give us bottles that we need. Yes.
Okay. All right. So any other challenges? I know funding is one of the biggest, you know.
The funding, like I say, a place to process.
Yes.
The packaging, the labeling. I mean, that's what I wouldn't say training is not, because we've been getting training. Yes, we've been getting a lot of training. So it's just mainly packaging, funding.
Okay.
You know, the funding is the most important aspect.
Okay. Yes. Labu, what are your constraints?
Funding is always a constraint. Yes, sure. One of the other things that is a problem for us is duty-free concessions to get our materials, our rattan.
What are the problems?
How to get it, who to get it from. There was a time we had it, but it's been a while. It's been a while. We have not been able to get the duty-free concessions. Whatever is the problem, I'm not too sure what the problem is.
Is it via the Ministry of Commerce?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's through the ministry, because I remember we wrote to the ministry, but we never got any response. So up to now, we don't have the concessions to get the thing. The last time we ordered Rattan to do a workshop, it was SSDF that had funded it. So we were able to get the duty-free concession through them to order the rattan to do the workshop.
Okay.
But after that, now
I think you all should persist. At least, get in touch with the Ministry of Commerce, because I think that's where, as a minister, is responsible for assisting you all in getting the concessions. So I think you should try them again. You know, there's a young lady. Speak to Miss Cindy Eugene. Yes, she's the one I think you can liaise with, and she will guide you through the process. But I don't think that's a problem. You know, it should not be a problem. You know. Now the other point I want to bring up here, which is because once you all produce, you all need to market. Where are you all marketing? What are you all doing to get your product out for marketing?
Some of our products at Massey, some of the members, like, since we are not processing as a group collectively, individually, some members have their own private businesses that they sell to the market. Some sell to Massey, community sales. You know, that's how we do it for now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What about you?
Well, Miku was as similar to Babu, no, and it's locally, because we don't have the processing place that has certified. So then now the members cannot penetrate the market, the supermarkets, because of that.
So how soon are you hoping to get that done?
Well, before year end, we're hoping that that we would be in there at Angers and we'll be able to
So you get HACCP certified
Yes.
and get all what you require.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
your proper labeling, your
Yes.
barcodes and all these things.
Yeah.
Okay. all
Hopefully.
right. Okay. So where do you all market now?
Well, the chocolate is, well, locally, same as we have some little business spaces that would buy up the chocolates. We have at Point Seraphine, there is a Noble Tree.
Yeah.
Would
So you're able to market the chocolate.
Yeah.
Is it going well?
It is going well. Persons that have purchased, coming back for more, but then, you cannot go too large when you don't have the
So you all produce on order, or?
No, well, we produce. We're in production. So we're getting ready for when
the mass production starts.
So we're ready.
Okay. Where do you all, apart from the place you all have in Laboui where you all market, you all don't market anywhere else?
We do a little bit like on Facebook, put out, our stuff on Facebook. But most of our marketing is done at Anskawet. We have, during the tourist season, we have an arrangement with Cox and Company and Foster and Inns. When they do the island tours, they stop at Papel. But the only problem there is that they're not buying really.
Wow.
They're not buying really much. And, what I find is Caribbean visitors. You see, like during the August holidays when the Caribbean visitors are around, we make more sales at this time than when the tourists from the cruise ships. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hassle for us.
I can see so many things you all have here. You all do bags, you all do all sorts of stuff. I hope the camera has picked up a lot of these things here. Because, St. Lucia is producing. Hey, watch it, people. We are producing. The women are doing a great job in processing. And, of course, the rural women, that's where the rural poor. You need to empower women in the communities so that there's a trickle-down effect. You can get others to come in to work with them individually and as a group, and a lot can be done. So the way forward, what's the way forward? We are about ending. So tell us, give us your last words.
The way forward for me, Slanrap, is saying that we produce a rural women brand of healthy products to be on all the supermarket shelf and for export, and also to get more young women involved in the rural community, like agro-processing, and to get them more involved.
Very good.
To add with what you were saying, we just completed a project with Chief Shri, penetrating the schools, the preschools for
yesterday
healthy
I had a meeting with her yesterday. Wow. Very interesting program. Whoa.
Yeah, we sort of natural, chemical free for the preschool. So I think we'll get there.
Okay. Final words from you.
Anskawet Crafters produces for locals and visitors alike. If you want any authentic St. Lucian made products, craft items, we have it at Anskawet Crafters, at Papel Craft Center at Rudy John Beach.
Good. You'll pay for that, eh? Well, ladies, I want to thank you for being here. Honestly, it was very nice, and I hope St. Lucians hearing you all will. Those persons who may be in the Babono community, in Miko, and also in Labo, we would probably gravitate to you all and then see somewhere that at least things are rough, unemployment is pretty high, so at least within the community they can empower themselves and come along and work with you all to show what they can do. I think it's a very good process. So thank you again for being here and continue the good work.
Thanks for having us.
You've been watching Agriculture on the Move. I want to thank you for viewing the program, and people, please eat fresh. St. Lucia's best. Once you consume it, the money stays here in St. Lucia, it does not go out. Thank you for viewing. I'm Philip Sidney saying goodbye and see you again. Bye. Thank you.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.